Smith County ranks in the top 10 for fruit production in the state of Tennessee. We're at one of those farms today with Cellar 53 Winery and Hickory Hills Vineyard to talk about all things grape production.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Paschal, and I am from Cellar 53 Winery and Hickory Hill Vineyards. We are a family-run farm that has about 6 acres of vineyard right now in production, with some more planted and on the way. Both my husband Scott and I grew up on family farms, and so when this farm became available, we decided to buy it back. My sons are 6th generation on the farm. This was his grandfather, Van Paschal's farm. So in 2005, when we purchased the farm back, we love growing, we love wine, and the state of Tennessee had a program at the time that encouraged vineyards. And we took part in that program because we'd been growing grapes behind the house. And we started planting a commercial vineyard, and that was in 2006 and 2007 when we started growing. So the most difficult part about growing grapes, I believe, is our weather here in Tennessee. We could never be organic because of the humidity. So the grapes require attention basically 12 months out of the year. And if you're not pruning, you're leaf pulling or suckering, or you're spraying for all different types of issues, from powdery mildew to black rot. Another issue could be at the end of the season when you're through growing is finding a home for your fruit. I think the reason that we've been growing now, going into our 15th year, starting our 16th year, is because it is so rewarding to see that crop at the end. And now that we have the winery aspect of the growing operation, we can take the grape out of the field, bring it into the winery, process it into wine, and have people from all over the country or all over the world enjoy it. If you're interested in starting a vineyard and growing grapes, first of all, find someone that's growing and have a really long discussion with them, and maybe ask if you could volunteer for harvest or planting or suckering, because there's so many aspects of grape growing that we have learned the hard way, from the proper trellis system for Tennessee to what grapes you should grow. You don't want to grow a grape that a winery might be able to purchase the juice for less expensive from another state. You want to grow a grape like Chamberson, which I think could be Tennessee's grape in the future, which is a dry red grape, and it grows well here and makes really great wine. So if you are interested in ever growing grapes, find a vineyard owner, have a really long discussion with them, because it is not like growing corn or tobacco where you have winter off. You will be working in January in your vineyard. Winrock is the Chamberson that I'm talking about, and I actually put those in Jack Daniel's barrels. So it's got a really Jack Daniel's finish on it. It's really smooth, and you can taste the char and the kind of the whiskey aftertaste from the barrel. And this is our Chamberson Reserve, and it has won constantly. It won gold at Purdue University, has a competition, so it's won gold and silver at Purdue. And to win a gold there, especially, it was the first time I ever made wine. So this is what I need to take care of my crop. And so it is really small. You know, I can hold 2,500 gallons of wine. Well, a little bit more than that in these tanks. I've got another tank outside. And then I've got all this ready to bottle, all this wine sitting here. So I had made room for other things, and I'm getting 3 pallets of bottles today. So fruit wine takes, 4 or 5 months. White wine takes a year. Red wine, we're doing 2016 right now. So 4 years, 5 years on red wine, depending on what kind it is. So I'm just suckering because you want to have a clean crotch, and then you want it all the way down. And these are set really tall because this is the way we were kind of encouraged to plant at first. And you'll see these have already set fruit. So we'll come in here and pull leaves so this fruit can get sunlight eventually. And then if we're really good, we'll come in here and sucker all this in between, kind of like a tomato plant. So that way, because this just wants to grow and grow and grow, and you want to try and control your leaf cover, so when you spray, you can get in here and get any mildew or anything that's on the underside. This is called the VSP. It's a vertical shoot positioning system. And so everything will go up through here, and then the fruit, and these cordons are the right, come on. These are the right size I was telling you about. This is the right height. And so when the sprayer comes through, all of the fruit will be on this wire. And whereas a row over there might take us an hour to pick, this takes about 15 minutes. There's a lot more work initially getting this up like this, but if this had fruit, if this hadn't frozen out, I mean, there is a little fruit in here, but what I'm doing on these because of the freeze, I'm looking for next year's growth. So, and I'm making sure that my leaves, because that leaf is making food, these little leaves are just sucking the life out of the plant. So I go in and pull all those off. So, but as you can see, there's a little fruit on here, and if this were left to grow, it would hang right here and look like all the photos that you see like coming out of California. But we won't even net these, because like this should have had, you know, 30 clusters on it, and it has 2.
We appreciate Rebecca Paschal with Cellar 53 Winery and Hickory Hills Vineyard for taking us around the vineyard today. Rebecca is one of the many female farmers involved in agriculture in Smith County. We hope you'll join us next week for Meet a Farmer Monday.